say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And all my eyes, your style. Ooh, you make me wanna try. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so 8.6 is on writing and graphing inequalities. So our learning goal is that students will be able to write and solve inequalities. Okay, make sure you pause this video at any time you need to slow things down or write things down. Okay, remember, these are key words, okay? Whenever we see these words, we need to know what they mean and what symbols to use for them. Oopsie, sorry. Okay. It'd be great if I could make this bold. Okay, cool. Yes, he is. Okay, so the words that mean less than. So this is our less than symbol. Okay, that's less than. These are the words that mean less than. Fewer than, less, smaller. So greater than is this symbol, and more than, greater, and bigger mean greater than. Less than or equal to, this is that symbol. Less than or equal to, there's one line under the arrow, I guess you could call it. And these are the words that mean that. Maximum, no more than, or less. And then minimum, at least, or more, or no fewer than is greater than or equal to. So make sure that you write all this down. If you need to pause this video to write all this down, please do so. Okay, and remember, maybe I should take off the signs. Okay, yep. Remember, this is our less than sign and our greater than sign, and you will use an open dot for these symbols. That'll make more sense in a minute when we get into that, but just remember it's an open dot, like this. Okay, open dot for these symbols, it means the variable. Remember, variable is another word for letter. Letter, which stands for a number that we don't know. It means that the variable does not equal the number. Okay, down here we have the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to symbols, and you will use a closed dot, which looks like this. Okay, a closed dot for these symbols. It means the variable, again, that means letter. Okay, does equal the number, or could equal the number, I guess. Maybe that's a better word instead of does. It could equal the number. If it does equal the number, you would use an equal sign instead of an inequality sign. But if it could equal the number, then that would be a greater than or equal to or less than or equal to sign. Pause this video if you need to slow things down or write things down. Oops. Okay, so all that means to say is when we are graphing this, we are graphing to include all of the numbers that could be x, okay? So right now, this number sentence says x is greater than 7. So anytime we have a less than or greater than sign, we are going to circle the number, but not, it's going to be an open dot. We're not going to color it in. Because it's saying that x is greater than 7, we are not including 7. That's why we're going to circle it but not color it in. If we were including 7, we would color it in. But we're not including 7, so we're not going to do that. And then x is greater than 7, which means we want to shade all of the numbers that are greater than 7. So 8 is greater than 7, 9 is greater than 7, 100 is greater than 7. So we want to shade in the direction of all of those numbers. Okay, we want to also include all of the half numbers and quarter numbers and fractions and decimals in between. So just make sure that this is all shaded and that you have a big arrow at the end showing that it could go on forever. You know, we've got 1 million over here. 1 million is still greater than 7. So we want to make this arrow large enough that it shows that this could go on forever. All of the numbers that are greater than 7 could be values for x. Okay, and that's your answer. This is exactly how you would write it. You would draw your graph. You need to have at least 5 numbers on your graph. Include the number that they've given you. Okay, that'll be your middle number, and then the 2 numbers higher than that and the 2 numbers lower than that. You'll circle that number. You may color it in if it was or equal to, but if it's not or equal to, you leave it open, and then you shade in the direction of all of the numbers that could be greater than 7. Okay, again, pause this video if you need to write all of this down. Okay, we've got S is greater than or equal to 5. S is greater than or equal to 5. So we are going to circle 5, but we are also going to color it in because it says or equal to, which means we could include 5 for S. So we're going to color it in because there's that line underneath it. Okay, and then we want to shade in the direction of all of the numbers that could be greater than or equal to 5. So 6 is greater than or equal to 5. 7 is greater than or equal to 5. 50 is greater than or equal to 5. So we want to shade in the direction of all of those numbers. Remember to make a big arrow at the end to show that all of the numbers that are greater than or equal to 5 are included here that could be values for S. Okay, and then this would be your answer. Again, you're going to graph, you're going to draw your number line, okay? And if my number line wasn't already drawn for me, what I would do is start with the 5, get the 2 numbers that are higher, the 2 numbers that are lower, circle and color in 5, and then shade in the direction to the right. And on the next problem, I'm going to show you a shortcut on how to know what direction we're shading in. But in middle school, we want to read the symbols, okay? In elementary school, they say a lot of the alligator eats the bigger number and things like that. We want to use words to represent symbols. You guys know that a division symbol is this. You know that this means multiplication, subtraction, addition. So now we need to learn that this means greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than, less than. We want to read the symbols, okay? So this would say S is greater than or equal to 5. So we are going to include 5, shade it in, and color in the direction of all the numbers that are greater than or equal to 5. Okay? M is less than 2. Okay, so if M is less than 2, we want to circle 2. I am not going to color it in. It's going to be an open dot because I am not including 2. I just want numbers that are less than 2. I do not want 2. If I wanted to, it would say or equal to, but it doesn't say or equal to. There's no line underneath this symbol, so we are not going to color it in, okay? But I will shade in the direction of all the numbers that are less than 2. 1 is less than 2. 0 is less than 2. Negative 5 is less than 2, okay? So I am shading in that direction. Okay, I did say that I was going to show you guys a trick on which direction you're shading in. If the variable, remember variable is a letter, if the variable is on the left side, meaning it's on this side, not over here, okay, if the variable is on the left side, whatever direction your symbol is going, that's the direction your arrow will go. So notice that my arrow or my symbol is going in this direction. So then I'm shading my arrow in that same direction. Okay, so let me show that again. If our variable is on the left, we are shading our arrow in the same direction that your symbol is going. So I usually just draw a line out from behind that symbol, and if it's going in this direction, that's the direction I'm shading in. Again, that is only if your variable is on the left. But regardless of that little trick, you can always plug in numbers for M and see what direction to shade in. So if I did, let's say I did this, 3 is less than 2. But is 3 less than 2? No, that's not true. So I would not shade in the direction of 3 because 3 is not less than 2. 4 is also not less than 2. So I'm not shading in this direction because these numbers are not less than 2. Okay? All right. Moving on. Okay, F is less than or equal to 6. F is less than or equal to 6. So I'm going to circle 6. It is including 6 because F is less than or equal to 6. So I am including 6, so I'm going to color it in. And then I want to shade in the direction of all of the numbers that are less than 6. So 5 is less than or equal to 6. 4 is less than or equal to 6. -1 is less than or equal to 6. So we want to shade in that direction. Okay, again, our variable is on the left, and our symbol is pointing to the left. So that is the direction we are shading in. Okay. And you want to make sure that your shading is very clear. And that your arrow is very clear. Okay, it can be oversized, but if you're drawing it like this, and this is all it is, I'm not going to be able to really tell which direction it's being shaded in. Does that make sense? We want to make sure that when you're shading, it's thicker than the line that you made for the graph. Okay, so that I know for sure what direction you're shading in. Okay, moving on. Now, this is solving inequalities, and you solve inequalities just like you solve equations, okay? And we worked on that all last week. So, h minus 9 is greater than 13. We're going to draw a line down from our inequality sign just like we would draw the line down from our equal sign. Our variable is h. Right now, h is being subtracted by 9. So the opposite of subtracting 9 is adding 9. We want to add 9 to both sides. This side is going to cancel because a -9 plus a 9 equals 0, and 0 plus h gives me h. And then 13 plus 9 gives me 22. Oops, I didn't mean to put an equal sign. Hello, this is an inequality, not an equal sign. You want to bring down your inequality sign. So our inequality sign is our greater than sign. So it says h is greater than 22. That means I'm going to circle 22 but not color it in because it is not or equal to. And then I want to shade in the direction of all of the numbers that are greater than 22. 23 is greater than 22. 24 is greater than 22. 28 is greater than 22. So we want to shade in that direction. So if you are solving inequalities, you're doing one step before you graph it. You have to solve for the variable. So h is greater than 22, and then once you have the variable and what that could equal, then you will shade in that direction and graph it on your number line. Okay, we've got one more like that, and then we are done for today. Oops, sorry. Let's make this quickly. Okay, t plus 7 is less than or equal to... Oops, look at me now. I'm trying to rush, and I can't. Ah! T plus 7 is less than or equal to 12. We want to solve by subtracting 7 on both sides. This cancels. T is less than or equal to 5. So we want to shade in the direction of all numbers that are less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to circle 5. I'm also going to color it in because we are including 5. And then I'm shading all of the numbers that are less than or equal to 5, which could be 4 or 3 or 0. Okay, and I'm going to shade in that direction. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a super fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!